Hey guys, Ashlane here, coming at you today with an effective way to 3-star Town Hall 10s as a Town Hall 11 or 10.5. Basically, you just need level 3 witches and the Grand Warden, and you'll be good to go. So what I want to do is just go through our war map and show you some of the targets we look for when 3-starring Town Hall 10s here, and maybe we'll go over a couple different variations. They're all going to involve using 8 Earthquake spells. 8 Earthquake spells against anti-3 Town Hall 10 bases seems to be the way to go. Now, you can start it off with a Queen Walk like Arrow is going to do here, so check out this base. You can see the wide open compartments in the middle. You can see there's 2 pretty obvious points that you could drop Earthquake on this base. Can you guys guess where they are? Well, I guess it depends on where you enter from too. So he's going to start the Queen Walk around 9 o'clock on the base, and the Queen's going to slowly make her way north. And the idea is using wall breakers to bust through the outer core of the base, and then that gives you a much more value from your Earthquake spells. So that's what Aronis is going to do here, but we're going to show you a couple examples of not using the wall breakers and just using Earthquake spells on the second 2 replays. You will notice that there's 1 single target Inferno Tower, so if you see even an anti-3-star base with a single target Inferno Tower, you definitely got to make them pay for that and capitalize on their mistake defensively, hit them with a Mass Witch. Now his Archer Queen, Arrow's Archer Queen gets stuck on a wall here. I'm not sure if he intended that to happen, but he does something really smart there, and he uses his wall breakers to bust through that wall, giving her a clear path to that elixir pump and let her move onward on her walk. Now, the #1 key to this attack is making sure you set up an adequate funnel for your witches to enter the base. If your witches go off track around the exterior of the base, around the perimeter, then you're absolutely done. So Arrow makes sure he puts a couple wizards along the outside there to take out that lab and the unit before that, just to make sure all the witches go into the center of the base. Now, he's already used his Earthquake spells. He's using his second batch of 4 right now, and you can see how that basically opened up almost the entire base. Now, there's 1 wall and 1 compartment that you can see the King was just working on, and then he got a little distracted there and went towards that Inferno Tower. But he uses the Grand Warden ability to both keep the witches alive and when the single target targeted that King. So from here on out, you can see it's pretty basic, right? The witches are all down. He hasn't used the King ability. As far as the Queen ability, hopefully those healers follow her throughout the raid and her health doesn't get too low. Oftentimes on these attacks, you'll see that the Queen, you don't even end up needing the Queen Royal Cloak ability because you don't want to use it right off the bat. You kind of want to use it as a fail-safe in case things go terribly wrong somewhere in the middle or towards the end of the raid. Obviously, if you're starting out with a Queen Walk and for whatever reason your Queen's about to die or she's going down, you're late on a rage spell to keep those healers, to help those healers keep her alive, then of course you can all by all means use the ability there because a dead Queen does nobody any good. Now, Bully here, you can see, is a 10.5. He doesn't have max King and Queen. It's level 30 and 34, but he's going to use the same type of strategy in terms of the spells. But you'll notice that there's no wall breakers, A, and there's no healers. There's no Queen Walk. That's because he's using a more traditional Mass Witch. Again, it's an anti-3-star base, this time 2 multi-target Inferno Towers. So he's going to hit it from, you can see already, from the west. He's able to open up almost every compartment here. You'll see he gets the exterior around everywhere from basically around 3 or 4 o'clock all the way up until 11 o'clock. This is the only area really that's unopened up in the northeast. So what he's going to do here is start out with the clan castle, and he's going to basically create a funnel here. Obviously, there's only 1 golem in this attack, so he's going to go down and die pretty early on, but he's actually a very important part of this attack. I don't advocate using Mass Witch attacks when there's anything on the outside of the base, any units on the outside of the base. And when I say Mass Witch attacks, I mean only witches, no golems. So at least have 1 golem. So what you can do is bust open an outer exterior wall like Bully did here. Use 1 golem to help create a funnel or help create a meat shield while your wizards create a funnel. Then drop mass witches behind that. They're all going to go into the center of the base, and basically, you know, it seems like it's early on in the attack right now. Only 1 star, 37% at this point, but you already know he has it in the bag when all his witches go in right in the center of the base. He has the Grand Warden. Use the Grand Warden ability pretty early, and that's what I'd normally advocate, especially against two multi-target Inferno towers. I would use the Eternal Tome ability a little bit earlier in these attacks versus waiting and waiting and waiting. You basically want that Eternal Tome to give invincibility to as many troops as possible. So you can see the wizards and witches basically making their way from the north. He has so many witches still alive here. That's why I said you could tell it was over from the beginning. That's why this strategy is so effective. Now, we're just going to keep going down the line here. You can see we 3-starred almost all their anti-3-star Town Hall 10 bases. And this gets to my point of Town Hall 10 not being too valuable in the game right now. It's in a really bad place in the game as far as balance goes. And if you missed that video, I'll go ahead and link it in the description. It was yesterday's video where I talk about the state of Town Hall 10 and why something needs to change, in my opinion anyway. So, bully attack again. You can see he's really comfortable with this composition. This time he has wall breakers. Otherwise, it's the same exact strategy, same exact idea. But this time you can't get too much value with the Earthquake by using it on the perimeter of the base. So he's just going to bust through with some wall breakers here. And it's, again, the same type of thing here. He has the Golem, and then immediately you're going to see the Witches. The Golem's going to go into the base there. You can see all those walls opened up beautifully. Now the troops can travel all the way from the east all the way to the west of the base. There's only one compartment here that's unopened. Well, excuse me, two. One at the top, one at the bottom. So let's go ahead and see how he creates this funnel. A couple witches, nice and easy there. He makes sure that cannon is targeting the golem, and then boom, just drops all the troops there. All the witches, all the wizards, king, queen, warden. You're basically just spamming the troops here. It's pretty basic, guys. So this strategy is not always going to work. I've failed on this strategy. I've succeeded on this strategy, but it's gonna, at least in Red Elite, at least right now, actually all over our alliance, we're seeing this is the most effective strategy. This is where you're gonna see the highest rate of 3-starring Town Hall 10s as Town Hall 11s, because let's face it, that's the direction that the game has gone in terms of war, right? So it used to be that Town Hall 10s could easily run over Town Hall 9s using the correct strategy, and it seems like this might be the correct strategy to have that happen for Town Hall 11s rolling over Town Hall 10s. So you can see 95%, 2 stars, about to be 3, another 3-star victory for Bully using the same strategy. I hope it's given you guys a few ideas to use in your own clan wars. Hope you have a lot of success with it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, take care.
We don't play for fame, we don't play for cash. We just play for the glory and the clash of the ash.
Hey guys, before I let you go, be sure to subscribe and check out my other channel. It is 3-Star Vault Clash of Clans, an aggregation of 3-star attacks sorted by Town Hall level and strategy. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care, guys.